Welcome back to the 6:30 CHED Afternoon News. I'm Andrew Gross. My partner Leslie Primo. Morley Scott has stepped in, and of course we're talking with Len Rhodes, president of your Edmonton Eskimos. We're going to have to take a break quickly, so let's just set this up. A lot of your job is, a lot of responsibility you have is fulfilling Commonwealth. Oh yeah, that's right. New format. I've got an extra
you have
few
7 minutes here.
Oh, great. Take your time. And then
I
with this
worry
one,
about you at times.
I know.
It's
I know.
okay, Lynn.
So it's a long-term plan instead of a short-term plan.
That's right, yeah. So now you're going to tell us how to fill all the seats, not just some of them.
Exactly.
One by one is how it
Let's
goes.
start right there. What is Commonwealth?
Let's start with Section 2.
Yeah, exactly. How many people fit in Commonwealth?
There's 59,000-ish that can fit in right now, but as the
Ish?
seats... Yeah, because...
Just to put that in perspective, how many people sit
Approximately.
in Rexall?
15-something.
16 or
16,000.
16,000.
Yeah.
Now the difference, of course, would be you have 10 opportunities or so a year.
That's right.
You know, home games and exhibitions and so forth. That's it. But 60,000 roughly.
It's a heck of a large stadium.
It's a tall order.
But with the changes in the seats, it's going to be approximately 58,000, so it removes approximately 1,000 or 2,000.
That's exactly how you get a sellout. Just keep making the place smaller.
In an ideal world, we would remove the seats in the north end.
Yeah, well, yeah.
We would put suites. That's a major investment. We've actually talked to the city about that. And we had aspirations to do something for FIFA. It didn't pass this time, but we're not going to forget about that vision. So eventually we'll get there. What we want to do in the meantime is get people to have a good time. You come in, have a competitive team. Football is king. That's the first priority. Everything we do from a resource standpoint. The more tickets we sell, fans come and buy tickets, sponsors step up to come and support the team. We're going to put it back in football. Yes, Morley, there's a salary cap, and we're going to adhere to that. But there's so much more you can do. For example, we're going to have chartered flights for 9 of the 10 road games this year so that our players are able to focus, get in.
Wait a second. Why did you just tell
I
Morley
thought he
there
was
a
saying,
salary
oh, and I thought he was saying
George,
charter.
yes.
Before he jumps in.
Always above board. I know that.
That.
Did we just...
Oh, wait. Almost always above board.
Actually, and I thought as soon as he said chartered, I thought, oh, they're taking fans.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. I thought Morley Scott was an independent media
Contractor,
member, but
I don't
apparently,
know.
yeah, okay. Bit of a salary cap, Morley, just so you know.
So the idea is to go into the opponent's territory, play the game, come right out, and charter. So these are the little things. When Ed came on board, I said, how can we help you? And we need to put the resources behind football. We gave Kavis the resources he needs to put a full coaching staff, and we said, go after the best that's available out there. Tell us what's going to cost, and we're going to give you the money. So Kavis had no restrictions holding him back in any of the moves that he made. And I believe, and I'm confident that our fans are going to see an upgrade in the coaching staff in general. That's going to reflect with some more assertive play on the field, and we're going to really be a different team in terms of personality.
Okay, so you're going to put a better product on the field. I'm just saying
Yes.
it bluntly. You're going to
Yes.
put a better product on the field than was on the field last year.
We have to.
What are you surrounding that with? I know you tried concerts last
Yes.
year, and there's no such thing as a bad idea, but did they all work?
Did they all work? It's very subjective because in general, you're going to have 50% of the people that like one type of music, 50 that don't. The good news is, as we measure the results, is we had the highest attendance in the CFL for the 11th straight year,
Wow.
which is outstanding, and that's a
Nicely done.
testament to our fans in Edmonton who keep stepping up, even during the seasons where we have some challenges. Our per caps on beverages and food went up, record numbers versus past years. We had introduced the 50-50 automated system. On 3 occasions, we gave more than $100,000 to lucky winners in the stadium, and we were able to donate $465,000 to support amateur football. Yesterday, as a matter of fact, I had the Wildcats, the Huskies, the U of A Golden Bears, Chris Morris. We had Football Alberta. They all came in with our alumni, met with them all day long yesterday, handing out some of the remaining checks and asking them for their business plans, because we're not just there to give money. They have to be accountable in using that money to build football in northern Alberta. So if we can get little Johnny and little Mary playing the game in our
Little
flag,
Mary?
yes,
What
oh
the-
Yeah,
yes,
what's with that?
we're gonna open
And-
it up, and with the
And better yet, Mr. Rhodes, if you'll
Yes.
just stop there, the remaining checks, do you have any more of those left over?
Well, there's a salary cap.
I'm just checking.
Yes, Leslie, there's a salary cap.
Is
Remember?
there? Okay.
my ex-wife took that first check, and the remaining was $450,000. So
I've taken that trip too.
yeah, but it's all about getting kids in the game. We have novice flag football that the second year is coming, and the good news is Football Alberta said as of the weekend there were already 60 6 to 8 year olds that signed up. Last year that was their total amount of people. They hope to get 120 kids. Those are new kids into the game. They're going to play touch football. Then they graduate, they go into school, they play in Edmonton for the U of A or for our junior teams, get drafted by the Eskimos, retire from the Eskimos, work in the city, stay here 12 months a year, That's what it's all about. That's
You know,
how we're going to build football.
Is that of any concern to you that high school programs, a lot of high schools considering it too expensive to have a football program? I know, my son's high school doesn't have a football program, and I'm shocked. Now, it's a brand new school, so maybe it's going to take a few years.
It's a girls' school.
What? Why would you want? And
It's
by
a
the way, why
girls'
can't
school.
girls play football?
Well,
Yeah, there it is.
weren't you the guy who just made the face about Mary, little Mary?
With so many male voices here, it could have been me. Might have been somebody else. We don't know. We'll have to play back the tape, as if we have tape. But that has to be a concern. I mean, what can you do? You mentioned.
It's a good point, but there's concerns everywhere, and those become excuses. Yes, it's easier to play soccer, have a ball and pair of shoes, but if the infrastructure is there and the commitment is there, it's really about getting volunteers who want to coach, who want to referee. That's where it starts. Getting the kids to love the game. If you're 6 years old and you try the game, it's non-contact. That's how you get in there. Then mom and dad's not worried that little Johnny's going to get hurt, because it's not. There's more injuries in other sports, so it has that connotation with being the most dangerous sport. It's not the case. Statistically, it's not the case.
It's funny you say that, because I used to have that argument all the time when I played football in high school and university. Basketball's more. You're more apt to get injured in basketball.
Wait a minute. Just before we go to news,
Yeah.
but wait a minute.
Yeah.
You have done nothing for the last 3 years but complain about all your old injuries. Where did you get them from?
Lacrosse.
Telling bad
A little
jokes.
bit of football. Yeah, that and things being winged at me. But it is true. There's a lot of equipment and there's a lot of protection. But you're also right. I've been taking my kids since they were wee little tykes and explaining the game to them. It's an interesting game of both physical attribute but also strategy.
It's getting
a great
access,
game.
Andrew, to the field, and some of the money that's going to Football Alberta is being used to rent fields and so that the kids can play the game.
All
It
right.
is 3:30.